Escape from Undermountain is a 1996 novel by Mark Anthony and is the third book in the Nobles series. But essentially, if you've watched my reviews for the other Nobles books, it's a standalone, with a theme that overlaps with the other Noble books, that follows a noble of the Forgotten Realms, at least in part, but they're not connected. It's a standalone novel, so you could start here if you wanted. So a party of adventurers are scaling a giant idol. Still relatively young, they are no longer striplings. They are the company of the Red Wolf, and they have braved Undermountain from the yawning portal in search of the eyes of Savras and fame. And if trouble follows, they just need one goal to get back through the well of entry. Well, it doesn't quite go as they planned. At which waits the Lord Darien Thal, though, at this well of entry. The year is 1325 DR, which is rather early, actually, for a Realms novel, by several decades. The Silver Tor family is the focus on the noble side of things. They're not mentioned in other sources, so are considered to have lost their noble status somewhere, and somehow by 1368 DR. Corin Silvertor is the recent head of the house, his father and two elder brothers dead unexpectedly before him. Artek the Knife and Bekla are really our main characters, though. They are looking for Corin in Undermountain. Artek is forced by Darien and his pet mage to rescue Corin. Artek Artalan is a criminal of dark renown, but has been missing for some months, secretly held in a dungeon. He is the son of a human woman and an orc chief, so has orc features that he can hide in dim light. Bekla Shadasar is a wizardess who is not quite what she seems, but is introduced as a klutzy wizard of middling power and not the best looks. So, what do we have? We have Dwarven Firebrandy, actually being highly intoxicating, but expensive because you can end the intoxication at will. We also have the differences between a gate and a teleport spell, which is stuff I had never really thought about before. But more focus on the story, we have the outcasts. We have freaks with dark purposes and gross methods. We have our heroes, Artek and Bekla, and if they can get Corin, will they even be able to get out of Undermountain? Will they all be able to get out? Will some of them die? Artek definitely has his life hanging by a thread throughout this book. And Corin is a person of interest because of his seat in the Circle of Nobles for Waterdeep, which I've actually never heard of elsewhere. I mean, unless it's just a secret, Council of Nobles. So this seems like it wouldn't be the case, but he actually takes much of a back seat in the novel compared to the other Nobles books I've read. He's really not the main focus here. But overall, it is a fun, straightforward adventure, retelling the story of Dungeons & Dragons with Forgotten Realms detail. There's some fun and interesting progression at the end that I really enjoyed, actually, and that plus the two adjacent party members that join the three are fun hallmarks of a good D&D fiction story. The magic and the exceptions to evil races or constructs are good to read about. And this is a short story, just full of adventure, pretty much exactly what you kind of hope for. Nothing too deep, not really any commitment, because these characters don't appear anywhere else as far as I'm aware, and you could just start here if you want, especially if you're a fan of Undermountain, that ever prevailing mega dungeon of the Forgotten Realms. So anyways, Liam from Liam's Lyceum. I'll catch you next time.